Robbie left it late but through to the second round of the Emirates FA Cup. Just gives you thoughts on the game.
Thoughts on the game, really tough, really difficult game. We saw in the first tie at our place that they're a very good team and they have a way of playing and they can make it difficult for us. But I thought first half we were excellent. I thought it was almost exactly what I wanted from the away team. We changed our tactics a little bit in terms of setting up a press sort of in the mid part of the pitch. From the goalkeeper's kicks, we thought we could step on and we nearly got a couple of opportunities from that. But we limited them to little long shot that I think hit the bar. But Jay's saying he saved it. I'm not sure he did, but we'll give him it. And then he made a really good save down at his near post. But apart from that, coming away from home, we didn't really feel threatened. And we created some really good opportunities on the break. Good goal by Josh. And then second half, we knew they'd come on to us, and to be fair to Notts County for 20 minutes, they put us under the pump a little bit, and that's when I asked my young players to try and step up and accept the challenge. And on the whole, I think they did. And obviously, it's great to get a late winner again. Since I've been here, we've been on the receiving end, and everybody tells me that's the Rochdale way and all the rest of it. Well, we've just scored 2 goals in 2 games late on to get a draw and a win. Well, let's try and make that the Rochdale way from now on.
They never know when to give up, do they, your players?
They're honest, really honest. Again, I don't want to bleat on about how young we are, but in terms of young players, they'll make mistakes, but they'll not let us down. And with their effort, they're not letting us down. So yeah, it was pleasing. The substitutes came on and made a massive impact on the game as well, freshened it up. So I'm stood here really pleased we're into the next round. For what our club's been through in the past 3 or 4 months, to have a game on TV against good opposition. I think Plymouth won the game, so that'll be a really difficult game. It's something that we can go into with a lot of excitement.
You mentioned that first half performance, being pressing high up the pitch and being on the front foot. How pleased were you for Josh Andrews to get his goal?
Josh has had stop-start with us. He had COVID when he first came in. He was always chasing fitness, and then unfortunately he had a really bad hamstring injury. So he made an impact coming off the bench at the weekend. He's had an impact in the game today, but I decided to take him off to protect him as much as anything, because we can't have him breaking down again and missing weeks, because he'll be an important player like everybody is. But yeah, he'll be chuffed to bits. Took his goal really well. You can see it goes without saying that he's a physical presence on the pitch for us, and I think that maybe takes a little bit of heat off Jake and the other forwards who play alongside him. So yeah, he'll be chuffed to bits with that, and we are with him.
I know you said before the game that you were impressed by the way Notts County play football, and they came out to start the second half and really did sort of impose themselves. But how pleased were you with the way that the players stood up to that? Yeah,
pleased. I mean, they did. We lost Adi with a bit of cramp. He's not played an awful lot of football, so we were up against it without a doubt. But you're not going to be in an FA Cup tie away from home against a good team and not be up against it at some point in the game. And when we needed Jay to make a save, he did. When we needed the centre halves to head it, they did. When we needed the midfielders to clear the lines, they did. So yeah, there was some scary moments, no doubt about it. But I think you'd be, you come in here, you'd expect that.
How good of a header is that as well by Jake Beasley to win it?
Yeah, it's a great ball in, great header. If we're playing particularly Jake and Josh, we can put a certain type of cross in and know that they'll get on the end of it. If we're playing with some of the smaller forwards, we have to sort of bend it in behind them low. So it was great quality for both goals, actually. 2 crosses, 2 good finishes. And it's something we spoke about that we really wanted to sort of do in the game. And it's easy to say words, but when you do it and it comes off in the last minute, it's brilliant, isn't it? You
mentioned that the players have now got a chance to showcase their abilities on live TV in the next round. How much is everyone looking forward to that?
Yeah, we are. We've got some league games before then. I think this little run that we're on, and I don't want to take away the Papa John's game, because all the players that play I expect to put on a performance, but there's a lot of changes. So we're in a decent run of form. It's going to take, I've said all along, take everybody. You can see that today with the squad and the substitutes that made an impact. The fans were unbelievable, coming away on a Tuesday night to support us and staying till the end. And we just want to really kick on if we can, and the feeling in the group is really good.
Thank you very much.
You mentioned a couple of league games before that Plymouth game, but how different a challenge will it be playing a team a division above as opposed to a division below?
Well, yeah, you're right. If I just take Notts County as the division below, I expect them to be somewhere in League Two next year. I think they're good enough. Certainly the infrastructure that the club's got, it's all but a league club. Plymouth is an extremely difficult game. They're flying in League One. Let's try and celebrate this result first and look at the league results before we start worrying about Plymouth.